Hey everyone, today we're diving into a vision of the future that, believe it or not, is already happening right now over in China. We're going to look at cars that can float, cities where drones deliver your lunch, and robots that are actually starting to build other robots. So what does this massive tech explosion really tell us about the future of global power? Let's get into it. So, everything we're about to see really boils down to one huge question. Is China actually winning the race for the future? Now, that's a question that really challenges a lot of what we've assumed about global power for decades. By looking at what's happening on the ground, we're going to see what kind of answer starts to take shape.
For the longest time, the world saw China as basically one thing, the world's factory, right? A place for cheap mass production. But that picture, it's completely out of date. China is shifting from being a factory for products to being a factory for ideas. A true hub of innovation that is actively building what's next.
And you know, there's no better example of this incredible change than in the electric car industry. So let's start there, with the amazing underdog story of a company that has become Tesla's absolute worst nightmare, BYD.
Just look at the insane speed of this company's rise. Their story starts in 1995, not in some massive high-tech facility, but in a tiny apartment where they were just making batteries. By 2003, they made this huge leap into the car industry, and just 20 years later, they knocked Tesla off the top spot as the world's #1 EV seller. That is a truly meteoric rise.
But let me tell you, it was not an easy ride. When BYD first jumped into the car business, pretty much everyone, the global media, their competitors, they just dismissed them. They were laughed at. The general feeling was, you're way too late to the party, you'll never catch up. In fact, the company actually keeps all those old critical articles in their museum today. Talk about a powerful reminder of how far you've come.
In this number right here, this shows you just how wrong every single one of those critics was. Over 3 million. That's how many cars BYD sold last year, 1 year. That single number is the ultimate comeback, a testament to their drive and proof that they were dead serious.
So, the big question is, how on earth did they do it? Well, a lot of it comes down to their core technology, and specifically, their secret weapon, the Blade battery. See, because BYD started out as a battery company, they had this massive head start. This thing isn't just a battery pack you slot in, it's a structural part of the car's frame. It's safer, it's more efficient, and it gives them a huge competitive edge.
And the innovation, it doesn't just stop at the battery. I mean, get this, their cars are packed with features that feel like they're straight out of a movie. A car that can do a 360-degree tank turn in place? They have it. A car you can get out of and have it park itself using a remote? Yep. They even have a model that can literally float in water if you get caught in a flood. Oh, and on top of all that, the world's fastest charger. We're talking 400 kilometers of range in 5 minutes. Just wild.
Now, this level of innovation isn't just happening inside one company. It's happening on a city-wide scale. So let's zoom out and look at Shenzhen, which is BYD's hometown and what a lot of people are calling the city of tomorrow that's already here today.
It's hard to believe, but just a few decades ago, Shenzhen was a small fishing village. Today, it is, without a doubt, the Silicon Valley of the East, a massive, sprawling city that acts as a real-life laboratory for the future and the birthplace of companies just like BYD.
And in Shenzhen, this futuristic tech isn't some gimmick. It's just normal. You need a coffee? Seriously, don't be surprised if it gets delivered by a drone that just drops it off from the sky at a little pickup kiosk. This isn't some beta test. It's just how you get stuff delivered.
Then you look out on the street, and what do you see? You see fleets of fully autonomous, self-driving taxis just cruising through busy city traffic with no one in the driver's seat. You just pull out your phone, tap an app, and one shows up.
And when you go to pay for that coffee, you might not even need your phone or your wallet. In Shenzhen, you can link your bank account to a scan of your palm. You just wave your hand over a sensor, and you've paid. What we're seeing here is the blueprint for a truly smart city, where tech is just woven into everything you do.
Okay, so we've got smart cars, and we've got smart cities. The next logical step, the next big frontier, is advanced robotics. And here too, China is moving way beyond simple factory automation and into the world of intelligent, agile humanoid robots.
Now, you've probably seen videos of that incredible Atlas robot from Boston Dynamics in the US. Well, say hello to its new Chinese rival, the Unitree G1. It is ridiculously agile, it can do all these amazing tricks, but the most shocking feature? It's the price tag. Atlas is a multi-million-dollar research project. The G1 you can buy for around $16,000. That shift from a research benchmark to an affordable commercial product, that's a total game changer.
As impressive as that is, the next leap is, honestly, it's even crazier and maybe a little unsettling. We have to ask the question, what happens when the line between what's human and what's a machine just starts to completely disappear?
Well, meet EX Robots. This is a company that creates hyper-realistic humanoids that are almost impossible to tell apart from real people. We're talking silicone skin, tiny facial expressions. They're being designed for jobs in healthcare, in education, and even in tourism.
And inside the EX Robots factory, you see something that just bends your mind. One of these lifelike humanoid robots carefully assembling the parts of another one. Just think about that for a second. We've hit the point where it's no longer just humans building robots. Now it's robots building other robots.
So, what does all of this mean when you put it together? Dominance in electric cars, cities that feel like they're from the future, and commercially available humanoid robots. This isn't just about cool new toys. This is about a fundamental shift in the global balance of power.
I mean, when you lay it all out, the EV market takeover, the fully integrated smart cities, the advanced and affordable robotics, the hyper-realistic androids, it's impossible to ignore. This is a full-spectrum technological surge.
And it all leads to this one really powerful observation. For years, while a lot of the world's major powers were focused on fighting wars and on short-term politics, China was quietly playing a completely different game, a longer game. They were investing in and building the technologies that are going to define the rest of this century.
And this leaves us with a final and, frankly, very provocative question. The source material draws a parallel to the British Empire, which kind of faded from its top spot after the World Wars. And it asks, with all this undeniable tech momentum we're seeing, is history about to repeat itself? Is it now America's turn to quietly recede on the world stage? A really profound question to think about.